Hey guys, it's Jay. Welcome to the ImtheJay show, and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm with a really special guest today. Her name is Teck, and let's get into it. Thank you. Alright, so this is my special guest, Teck. She's beautiful queen. Anyways, I heard that you're a director. Can you explain a little bit,
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Okay, so first off, how did you get started into it? Because I need a job. Two, do you like it?
I love it.
Is it hard? I feel like it's a lot of mental work.
It is, and it's a lot of creative work too. Honestly, film in general really found me. And I was just in a phase of my life where I was like, what do I want to do with my life? And my parents were working on The Property Brothers, and I came onto set, helping them just fix the pillows. So with the pillows, they always do this. They scrunch, and then they go boop in the middle. And that's how you style it. So I was the boop pillow girl. And from there, I was hooked. And so I worked in a studio in town, worked with them for 3 years, and learn as much as I can. And I realized that I've always had this knack for leadership and communication. And I knew I wanted to direct, but I knew I need to have learn a lot more. And so I started clocking in, gripping, art directing, producing, ADing, and then now I confidently direct. So it's been a wild journey. Yes. It has never been easy. It's been a wild journey, but I know I have a lot more to learn. But yeah.
So before directing, where were you born?
So I was born in Malaysia, and I came to the States when I was 8 years old. So literally, I was upside down, eating a hard-boiled egg with my Mr. Bean t-shirt, and then a lady showed up, and then they're like, you're coming to the States with me. And that's exactly what happened. And then I was put on a plane in Malaysia, and she took me to Georgia. I found out that the lady who brought me to the States was my biological parents. And so they owned a Chinese and Thai restaurant in Georgia. And I just started working in it. I was starting rolling egg rolls, dumplings, sweet and sour chicken, you name it. I was just working in the restaurant.
Did you like the restaurant?
That was all I knew. I was 8, and so I was I came to the state and I did not speak a lick of English.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the best situation. My parents, my mom especially, biological, she was kind of abusive. And I was given away, literally to a customer one day named Henry. And basically, it wasn't legally done, and so the foster care system came in and took me in. So then I ended up being in foster care.
My heart is hurting. I'm gonna act like it's not. Okay, so how long were you at this place?
In foster care?
Yeah.
I was in foster care for 1 to 2 years, in and out, and then just house to house on weekends and whatnot. So throughout my childhood, I was always told where to go, what to do, who to be, and yeah.
So it probably turned into hello Jesus, help me out.
So I was on the basketball team, and one of the teammates, they invited their youth leader to watch the game. They kind of approached me and they're like, you played really well. And I confided in them, and when foster care happened, they were doing everything they can to become foster parents so that I can be with them, just in a place where they, people that loves me. But the court did not, a lot of times the system is very flawed. Their job basically is to link the kids back up with the parents. And my mom, biological mother, she was always such a self-image person. If her self-image was ever going down at all, she would clean it all back up and showed up. And so she did. She showed up to the court dates, and the judge, decided to put me back home. I was like, Lord, if this is where you want me, help me plant the seed somehow and use me. And so my faith was super strong. Basically, anybody that encountered me, replied back with this immense joy. Because I felt like that was something that I was missing in my life. And at that time, Vanessa and Phil, my youth leader, they were moving from Georgia to Tennessee, and they're expecting their first newborn. And for me, I was like, okay, the only people who has ever showed me this unconditional love is leaving a whole state away, And for me, like, I never want to be a burden on anyone, so I was like, they're starting their family, and I kind of just like, I was like, I'm just gonna do my time. I'm just gonna do my time in this restaurant, and then stuff got really dark and really fast, and I was losing hope, and I was, doubting life, and I was just like, God, why me?
I've had those.
I was just like, why me? The way I view forgiveness, and I like.
It's a hard thing to do. It's hard.
It's super hard, but it sets you free. If you hold on grudges from everyone that has ever hurt you,
I have.
It's like a fish hook in your back.
Yes.
And you're on this journey to hike up this mountain, and as you go through life, people are always gonna hurt you, but if you hold on to that fish hook in your back, it's only gonna slow you down. And so sometimes in life you have to stop, turn around, and set yourself free from each of those hooks, and then you'll literally like be able to flourish. So the night before my 18th birthday, it was on Wednesday, my delivery guy picked me up and drove me to meet Vanessa and Phil at one of their family friends' house in Georgia. And that night, I left a note in the mailbox for my dad, and yeah, it was surreal, because in that letter I remember I saying, I forgive you. And that just set me free from all of that pain. And then, the long story short, 6 months after, Vanessa and Phil adopted me. Yeah. And they were just like 32 years old too. They were so young. And I'm forever grateful.
Whoa, okay.
You turned up a little bit.
I did hold it back. I've been biting my cheek, and I was like, I'm not gonna let it squeeze. You almost made me squeeze, and you said that for you. I was like, so after all you've been through, and I already know you've been feeling, probably back then, so hopeless and in a dark hole, what would you say to people like that are going through the same thing?
Sometimes the experiences that you're going, the journey that you're going through, it's hard because you're strong, you know? And for me, it's just like, God has already written this book about my life, and all I gotta do is trust and just turn the page.
Yeah, literally.
And I'm so grateful because like we got to share a little paragraph together today in my book, in our books, And yeah, for me, it's just keep going on, because life is so beautiful. After not being able to live for, like
a long time,
like live under a very toxic environment, after being free from that, I finally got to see life in this new light, and everything is a new experience, a new adventure. And these people that are in my life are not here to hurt me or use me. It's been such a blessing. It's just like, if you're in a dark season of life right now, like there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Teck, I am so happy and blessed that you came here. Your story is gonna resonate with everybody that watches it, including me. You made me tear up. Thank you. And I know you're a director, so how do you feel about directing me?
Let's do it.
Okay.
That was so good. You full send that. That was crazy. Wild. Yeah, that was great. That's a wrap.
Teck, that was so much fun. I'm out of breath. You are the best director I've worked with so far. Let's take a look.
stop picking up.
Package, man.
Oh. Oh, thanks. Sorry. Hey, Teck. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm very touched by your story, and I have a Bible verse just for you. It's Proverbs 31, verse 25. She is clothed with dignity and strength, and she can laugh at the days to come. You really, really remind me of that verse. You're the strongest woman I've ever met, and super, super sweet. Please keep living to the Lord and inspiring others like you do me. And thank you once again. And thank you y'all for watching me.